I want to talk about a few teams on here that just pop off the screen, and it makes me nostalgic and happy to see on there. Okay, Nebraska and the U. How long has it been since we've seen, the U Miami at 18? I mean, I remember constantly on the top 25, and Nebraska, they've been a trash can the past 5 years, and it's nice to see them in top 25, even if it is way too early preseason. But I don't know about the Arizona. I can see Oklahoma State, Kansas State. I can see them in the mix. Kansas, I can see maybe at 23. But guys,
I don't agree with hardly any of this. Utah at 6. Okay, yeah. I can see that until it's proven wrong, right? I'd have to put Utah in the top 10 until it's proven wrong. Kansas State, Oklahoma State, I'm fine with. Here's my problem with this. Nebraska 22. Nebraska's been a dumpster fire longer than West Virginia's been a dumpster fire. West Virginia's only been a dumpster fire from 2019 to 2022. 2023, we went 9-4 and returning everybody this year. Why are we not in the top 25? With Nebraska last year, they were a dumpster fire again.
Right.
So what? Matt Rule has not turned things around there yet, and I guarantee you it ain't going to happen this year either. Nebraska is going to be lucky if they can go 6-6, maybe 7-5. That's my opinion.
What if West Virginia switched spots with Texas A&M? Because Texas A&M hasn't done anything to earn that top 25 rate.
These teams that are in the top 25 a lot of these teams are teams that haven't done anything to deserve it, right? Miami at 18. I agree with Miami at 18 this year. I think Miami is going to win the ACC. I really do. Yeah. So I can agree with Miami at 18 right now. Nebraska at 22, no. Texas A&M at 25, no. These teams have not proven anything at all.
Garbage, guys, and they're 15.
Well, and I'm looking at what do you think about Oklahoma at 17? I think Oklahoma needs to be a little lower.
Yeah, Oklahoma at 17. I would agree with that. Now Texas at 3, is that too high? Is that too low? Texas has been preseason top 5 a lot of years and fell apart. It seems to be like last year. What weren't they? They were ranked 12th, weren't they? Preseason 12th, I think Texas was, and they did better. But before that, the year before that, they were preseason top 10 and shit the bed. Before that, they were preseason top 10, shit the bed. So maybe best if you keep Texas out of the top 10 to start the season. And in the top 10 again, will they shit the bed? Who knows? I think they've got one of the better teams, probably the better rosters returning in college football. I really believe their roster's a lot better than Ohio State's and Georgia's right now. But you can't discount that Ohio State, Ryan Day's done a marvelous job here. I mean, the guy's barely lost any games in all the years that he's been there. And Georgia, I mean, God, but Georgia's Georgia, as always. Alabama at 7th with a new head coach, Nick Saban gone. Okay, maybe until it's proven different, you have to put him in the top 10. Michigan, same situation.
Yeah, Clemson's a head scratcher.
But here's the question. Here's a question for you. So you see these teams with new coaches, Alabama, Michigan in the top 10, right? Where's Washington? Where's Washington? Where was Washington last year? Where did they finish last year? Does anybody remember? Washington was really damn good last year, right? Washington was a damn good team. How come they're not here? Where's Washington at in here?
Exactly.
Just because they got a new coach? So does Alabama and Michigan.
Yeah. So. That's a very good point. And I don't even understand Arizona being ranked higher than Washington. I mean, that's just a head scratcher. And Nebraska, I like you, but you got to move out of top 25.
Yeah,
I agree. Them and Texas A&M need to be out of the top 25. Look, I know Texas A&M's got a new coach. He's going to do a fantastic job there. I really believe they got a lot better coach than they had, and I'm not saying anything against Jimbo Fisher. I think Jimbo Fisher's a great coach. I don't think he fit in with the culture at Texas A&M. He's a West Virginia guy. I've been to Texas. I've lived in Texas. I'm going to say right now I didn't fit in. And Jimbo Fisher was the same way in Texas. He just didn't fit in down there. And so now they've got somebody that fits in down there. So Texas A&M is going to be a better team, but this is year one. I don't know that they're going to be that much better to put them in the top 25 early. I would much rather see West Virginia there, who has a coach that's been there for years and did go 9-4 last year, is returning 90% of his offensive production and 60% of his defensive production. And the players we lost on defense, we replaced them with higher graded and better players at West Virginia. Now, I'm not saying West Virginia is the cream of the crop in the Big 12 by any means. They're not. I'm telling you right now, the team to watch in the Big 12 is Oklahoma State without a doubt. And then you have to watch Kansas State and Kansas and Utah, obviously. But West Virginia is going to be right there in that mix, guys. Don't get it crossed up. Vegas might have West Virginia at 6.5 wins. Last year they had them at 4.5 wins, and we won 9. So Vegas doesn't always know what they're talking about, and they don't this year. 6.5 wins is way too low. We're going to win at least 8, possibly double digits. From talking to Neil Brown today, I think we're going to win double digits. I'm not talking about anything we talked about on the air. I'm talking about off the air. I really believe we're going to have double digits wins this year.
Yeah, and if you're looking at this, gentlemen, my biggest gripe is number 15 should maybe be 25. Nebraska shouldn't be on there. Arizona is a big question mark in my eyes. Kansas should be
higher.
Should be a lot higher. Anywhere from 15 to 21. And then, of course, Iowa could go into the 15, any slot from 15 to 20 to 22. So those are my big gripes. And now Utah, you get top 10. Alabama, give them the top 10 until they shit the bed. But guys, I just wanted to bring this up and share this with you. I thought it was interesting. It's a head scratcher. It's way too early.
Ole Miss can't get it done in the regular season. They just can't get it done in the big games. They're like the SEC version of Penn State.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're good until they play the big dogs.
Yeah.